Hey, this is Anthony. In today's tutorial, I'll be doing Feel Good Ink by the Gorillaz. Thanks for one of our viewers for actually recommending this video idea. I try to make this video as helpful as possible and I hope you feel the same too. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what song you'd like me to do next, and without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So before the actual tutorial starts, I'd like to tell you guys some things. So this song is actually tuned down to D sharp, so you want to tune your lower E string a semitone down. So if you got one of the tuners, like you can put on headstock, that's great. If you can't, then you can go on YouTube, search out like search up D sharp tuning and just match it up. And also, this guitar I thought it'd be easier to do on an electric guitar instead of acoustic guitar. It's just more easier to amplify and it just holds better in my arms because the acoustic guitar, they're really big. So yeah, I chose this instead. And this guitar, you didn't see it very much on the channel. I think I've only used it maximum twice. It's because it's 3D printed. It kind of looks like a honeycomb, and that's why I kind of like it. It's got holes. You can poke your fingers through it. And I only use this twice because it's 3D printed and it's really unstable. So the thing can stretch, and this thing kind of goes out of tune whilst you play it. So you like playing and you like realize, oh, why am I out of key now? Because this 3D printed guitar, so the body stretches. So it's only a matter of time when this thing is going to stretch into like one of those toys. You've seen those toys can stretch your arms out. Yeah, that's what this guitar is going to turn into. Anyways, let's go straight into the tutorial. So the same bass line runs through the whole song. It's just this. It does that from start to finish, but you don't do that because it's super boring and nobody wants to do that for the whole entire song. So I'm going to teach you that first and then we'll head on to the next section. So this is, I'm going to call this the E string, but you guys know that it's actually tuned down to D sharp. Okay, so it's the low E string, hit it twice, and then second fret on the low E string and a third fret on the low E string, so you get, and then 8th on the low E string and 7th on the low E string, 6 on the B string and 8 on the G string. So and then 5th on the low E string, again pluck that twice, and then 8 on the low E string and 7 on the low E string. And go down to the 3rd fret on the low E string and open low E string, and then play that again, which is 6 on the B and 8 on the G. So altogether it'll be this. Now bass line carries on until the singing parts, which is the okay, so that's a 3rd on the G string, pluck that twice, and then go down to the 1st fret on the G string, pluck that once, and then 4th fret on the D string, and a 3rd fret on the low E string. And then you play this B5, which is a power chord, it's a root in your 5th. So, and then you drop down to a sharp 5, which is the 1st fret on the A string and 3rd fret on the D string. And then you want to play this A flat 5, which is a power chord, but it's flat in your 5th, so it's which is your root on your 5th string, 5th fret on the low E string, and 6th fret on the A string. So it's all together. Plug that twice, and then back to 4th fret on the G string, and drop down to the 1st fret on the D string, and then pluck twice on the 4th fret on the D string, and back down to the 1st fret on the D string again. So all together it will be this. Which then leads on to the next section, which is this. And that is first fret on the D string, plug that once, and then go to the third fret on the G string, plug that twice, and then back down to the first fret on the G string, plug that 3 times. Yep, and then back to this 4th fret on the D string, and then 3rd fret on the low E string, then back to the B5 and the A sharp 5, and then back to the A flat 5, and then same thing, 4th fret on the D string, back down to the 1st fret on the D string, pluck twice on the 4th fret on the D string, and then back to the 1st fret on the D string, and it just does that until this breakdown bits. But first I'm going to play the whole what I just taught you. So and it does that until this section. You hear this little breakdown, and then it goes to the next bit, which sounds like this. Okay, so you want to play this, the D sharp sus2, and you don't know what it is. So it's the root on the 6th on the A string, and then you go to the 8th on the D, 8th on the G, and then you normally play a D sharp major chord, and you add in that minor, but you want to flatten that already flattened 3rd, because the minor is a 1 flat 3 5, but you already flattened that flat 3rd, which replaces the 3rd for 2nd, which is then a sus2. So it's a, so it's that. So you want to only play the top 3 notes of that. So it's a, you play that little triad, and then you play a 2nd, which is the 6th on the B, and then 7th on the B, 9th on the B, and then that's a, I'm gonna bar across all the top 3 top 3 strings, which is the 6th on the high E, the B, and the G, and then you play the 9th on the high E, and come back down to the 3 notes barred. So all together. Sorry. And next bit is a, which is a 4th fret on the high E string, then the 7th fret on the B string, and then you bar across the B and the G on the 4th fret, and then you play the 7th fret on the B again, and then you can slide up, or just straight up just play the 2 notes. I like slide up, just add a little bit of texture. So. But anyways, you slide up to the 9th on the B, and you play the 6th on the G at the same time. And then you play the 6th on the B and 6th on the G. And you can also add these little slaps that you see many people do. I'm not very good at it, but you could add those if you want. And it does that 3 times, but on your 4th time around, so you play 3 times. That's once. You play that 3 times, but you want to play an extra 4th time, but on the 4th time, at the end it's a little bit different. So this is what a 4th time would sound like. Okay, so same thing from the beginning. Same old. Same old. It's after when you slide to the 9th fret on the B and the 6th fret on the G. So after that slide, play that 9th fret on the B again. And then you want to play the 6th fret on the G string. And then back to the 9th fret on the B string. And then go back to your 6th fret on the G string and play that twice. And it kind of just loops that. So I'll play that one more time slowly. So this is the 4th time. And after that 4th time, just straight back into that bass line. Because that is where the rap is, and you can't really play a rap on a guitar because everything's so flat. So you just play that for the rest. And then I believe you come across the same lyrics again, so it was the same thing. It's that bit again, and then you play that bit, and then it comes to this breakdown. The breakdown lasts for around, I don't know how long it lasts for, but then after the breakdown, where it's all instrumental, it's back to the same. But you don't play this 4 times this time, you only play this 3 times, and on the 3rd time, it's the same. So that bit is actually shorter than the last bit, because the last bit played 4 times, and you end after the instrumental, you play it 3 times and it ends, and after that, again straight back into the bass line. And you do that for the rest of the song, and that's the complete song. So that was a tutorial on Feel Good Inc. by the Gorillaz. I hope this video was helpful to you. I tried to do my best on explaining everything. I could definitely do on some working on how to explain things, as I'm not the best, but I definitely tried to do my hardest. So just leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what song I'm doing next. Stay tuned, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Hey, this is Anthony from the future. I only just realised that I forgot to play the full song for the tutorial on Feel Good Inc. by the Gorillaz. Sincerely sorry. Click on the box here to see the full video, and click on the head icon over there to subscribe to my channel. Peace out.